Okay, with this problem, we have a planning for retirement issue. And basically, the whole gist of it is how many years are we going to continue to work until retirement, and how much money do we plan to save each year? After that, how much, how long is what we've saved going to be able to sustain us through retirement? If we spend $50,000 a year in retirement and we earn 5% interest on what's left over each year. So that's the whole idea. And you'll notice here in the declarations area, I'll just point out 5% interest that we're going to earn on what's left over in retirement because we're spending $50,000 each year in retirement, but we'll have some left over, hopefully. And what's left over at the end of each year, we've earned 5%. So this 5% in the book, it's going to be a different number. And also, we're going to check for 30 years of retirement. The book is going to have something different than 30. So make sure you change those two things. But we'll go over to the flowchart here, and you'll see that we've got variables here. I've just got that constant here for interest. It's 5%. Remember to change that. Money. So when we were asked for how much we feel like we're able to save each year, that's going to be in money. And then year, that's going to say how many years, like we're going to use this variable when we're asked how many years do we plan on working from here until retirement. And then I is going to be our variable it's going to be used to go through the years basically. So we'll use that in a for loop. From there, we're gonna start our program. We're going to be asked enter the number of years you plan on working from now until retirement, and we'll do that. Then we've got enter how much you feel like you're going to be able to save each year, and that's going to be stored in the variable money. After that, we're going to figure out how much we've been able to save over those years through the equation money times equals years. Because that's basically going to be saying money is equal to money times years. So whatever we entered into when we were asked money and whenever we were asked years, we're going to multiply those together, and it's going to be our new number for the variable money. After that, I've just outputted these headers here because I want it organized, year and money. And next we're going to enter our for loop that's going to do all that math for us. And we're going to start out, so this is actually where our retirement would begin. And we're starting at year 0. And we're going all the way to 30. And remember, the book has a different number for 30. And we're going to go increment by 1. So we're going to check for all the years. Now, if we're still in that 30-year mark, we're going to go in here and we're going to say if money is greater than 0, then we're going to output what year it is, the money that we have, the total savings we have, and then we're going to subtract $50,000 from that because we know we have to spend $50,000. According to the book, we're spending $50,000 each year in retirement. So subtract that as your yearly living expense. And now remember, we have to add that 5% that we've earned on whatever's left over. So whatever's left over plus equals whatever's left over times interest. So we're adding that back to this. And then we go back through to the for loop and go to the next year. Now, if at any point money is not greater than 0, like we've run out, we want to exit this because we're out of money and this is not a good thing. So it'll tell us you're not going to be able to make it to the 30-year mark, and that's not good. So we would output whatever it is we would be left with, and this is probably going to be a negative number. I don't think you need to have this, but I wanted to see at least like how far in the negative I would be, if I ran out and got to the end of the year. And then we've got this break statement here, so we can stop. So whichever comes first, it's either going to be that we run out of money or we make it to the 30-year mark, and then the computer or the program ends. So you can see that the pseudocode should line up appropriately. If there's a couple of typos here and there, then sorry about that. Just kind of use some common sense. You should know, like, this doesn't quite look right, but I feel like everything here should be spot on. So I've got some numbers here that I'm going to use when we run this program. You can see the coded program up here is pretty much the same thing as well. I do have the, adjusting like spacing and everything to get it falling in a nice column. But let's go ahead and run this. And I'll scroll down here. I'll use this first one as an example. So years, I plan on working for 30 more years. Let's say that my salary is $100,000. That would be awesome. Not the case by any means. And let's say I live off of $30,000 a year. So I'm saving $70,000 every year for 30 years. Now we're getting all the way through retirement, and I'm still, let's see, wow, 5,588,039.49. That is a rockin' deal, and probably completely unrealistic for me. Let's go ahead and try the second one here. I plan on working for 20 more years. Say I'm a little bit older. My salary is $50,000, and I'm able to save $20,000 every single year for the next 20 years. I am 1/3 the way through that retirement, and I've run out of money. Not a very good situation. So I think that's basically the gist of this whole exercise here. At least that's can give you a nice start there. If it's if it's not entirely what the question is, I feel like it is, but again, it's a lot of nice parts that you can use if it's a little bit off. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.